Mama's in the living room watching Judge Judy. I'm in the kitchen eating leftover sushi, and she yells, "Oh, girl, you gotta hear this one." A man was arrested for running the theme park, and when they said, "Where's your license?" he said, "My dog ate it." Oh, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. Shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on her Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. Girl, you gotta hear this one. Mama loves to laugh at how absurd life is, says it's all a comedy and I'm her audience. And I love the way she makes fun of the world. She said, "You'll never guess what's with their girlfriend. It was a man who didn't get us out of the bed. He said, I've been through hell and now I need some help. You just can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up." Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. Shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. Girl, you gotta hear this one.
All caps means you're either panicking or trying to represent yourself in court. Both are mistakes. Your feelings are adorable, but they're not admissible, persuasive, or even interesting without evidence. Yes, Heather hates immunity doctrines. It's a personality trait at this point. You don't need to remind her, she wakes up angry about it. Bring receipts. No, I heard it from so and so. This is quid pro quo, not next door. Screenshots are statutes only. Don't fight each other. Fight the law. It deserves it more. If you're offended, excellent. That means you're awake, paying attention, and probably new here. No diagnosing the host. She's petty, not pathological. And don't diagnose anyone else. Stay in your lane, please and thank you. Do not summon the mods. They're tired, hangry, and may bite when provoked. Disagree loudly if you must. The algorithm eats drama for breakfast. Just keep it cute while you argue wrongfully. If you're taking screenshots of my chat, touch grass, tell your handlers. I said hi and find a hobby that isn't me.
Hey everybody. Happy Tuesday or whatever the day it is. I don't even know. It is the 2 days before Christmas. I don't feel good. Here we are. Shit is once again hitting the fan because why wouldn't it? But we have the document that we didn't get to cover the last time I talked about this shit show of a case. And doing it with me today because these two people who I stream with on Tuesdays put up with my piss poor freaking attitude every day, and I don't know how they do it or why they do it, but I love them for it. Coming to the stage, my pretty and SpongeBob.
Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah, and it's called Lots of Rugs, a Hammer, and earplugs.
And alcohol.
Pain in
No.
the freaking, yeah, she is such a pain in the ass, isn't she?
I am.
My
And I'm a
good
really big
God.
pain in the ass right now because I don't feel good.
Oh, maybe Squid, you need a hug.
I didn't even come up with something funny to say because I was trying to write out something and I always like write it, like I write out a paragraph of like what I want to talk about. And then I like put it in AI. I put it through Chat GPT and I'm like, please make this make sense or make it like entertaining and make it like not like it came out of my brain. And I couldn't even do that. And I'm like, I couldn't even type anything. Like I typed 2 sentences and I'm like, F this. And I put 2 sentences. I put, I don't want to do this. This case sucks. Everybody sucks here. People are stupid. And ChatGPT wrote me 3 paragraphs of stuff. And I'm like, how did you do that? And I'm like, I didn't ask for that. I just wanted to vent.
I know. I love ChatGPT. It's like the bomb.
I don't use ChatGPT to like write my stuff, but sometimes I have thoughts and my thoughts aren't exactly like legible.
Right.
I put my thoughts and I'm like, please organize this in a way that like doesn't sound like a 3-year-old wrote it. And yeah, and today I'm just like, no. I went to Walmart today and that's like that took all of my energy, both mental and physical. That took all of my holiday spirit went right out the window when people like want to get past you but they just stop and stare.
I know, right?
And it's like I looked at one girl and I'm like, you know, you have these things called words, right? If you want to get past me and I'm not looking at you, you can tap me on the shoulder and you can say, excuse me. That's what any normal fucking human would do. But no, you have to sit here for 30 seconds and just stare at me like I'm a
give you that
ghost of
stink
Christmas
face.
past.
They give you that stink face. And it's like, yo, how am I supposed to read your mind?
Like, sweet baby dumpster Jesus. I
Yeah.
took all the people in I had today. And I have to go to work tonight and I do not feel good. Like, what are you doing, Spawn?
I
don't know.
He's licking the screen.
Maybe. Leave me alone. I'm doing something. Just leave me alone. It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
I had to cancel my Christmas. Well, I didn't cancel Christmas plans. When Mr. Squish got home yesterday, I'm like, would you mind if we like told your brother and sister-in-law that we weren't coming for like another week? And I was like, I don't feel good. And she's pregnant. And I really don't want to share my germs with a pregnant woman.
Right.
An 8-month pregnant woman. And I'm like, I was like, I love her, but I don't want to share what these specific,
The cooties.
you know.
That's what my kid used to call me. He had the cooties when you were
Yeah,
sick.
I was like, I remember what it was like to be sick with a cold when I was pregnant, and it was even more miserable than being sick with it right now.
Yes, because you can't take certain things. You can't take medicine to help you. You're just stuck.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no.
You're just totally stuck. I know it's miserable. Is she getting excited though?
Yeah, almost to a like an not an annoying level, but like a woman, calm down.
Hey, look, my little, well, she ain't my little, she is my little girl. She's my baby. She's 22. And the kids are coming over tomorrow for Christmas because she has a new boyfriend, of course. So she has to go to that side of the family type thing. And so they're all coming over to spend the day tomorrow. She called me at 6:00 this morning. She's so bubbly and so happy at 6:00 in the morning. I can't wait. I'm coming home for Christmas. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going, oh my God. It takes it takes not much at all to excite him, doesn't it?
Oh. That was painful, by the way. Just say.
Chucky, all I have right now is a sore throat and chest congestion, but like I'm like it's just
I know I can solve that. Here, watch. Boo. Oh no, wait, that's hiccups. God dang it.
Hey, I
It's gonna be
hope
one of
you
those.
don't get that walking pneumonia like I had. That stuff was rough, I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I got let down. Obviously, I did a.
I had that in boot camp.
Mm. It was some miserable stuff. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. There was a couple days that I didn't even get out of the bed. I just stayed here.
Yeah, I don't have that choice. When Mr. Squid gets sick, he tries to sweat it out, and he stays in bed all day, and literally in like two pairs of sweatpants, 3 shirts, a hoodie, and 3 blankets, and like literally sweats it out. And I can't.
No, we don't
Can
get
I ask
that
you a
here.
question? Can I ask you a question, Squidicus Maximus Decimus?
Possibly.
Okay, right.
So-
No. Anyway, when you're breathing, just when you're sitting down, laying down, can you hear wheezing when you breathe?
No.
Okay, that's you. So basically, you're on a. Yeah, so you got a little bit of a chest thing coming towards you, just so you know. So my pretty.
Mucinex is my best friend right now. I just feel like I want to hawk up a loogie every 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's definitely chest. So
Yep.
my pretty.
Yes, darling.
Hi.
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 Hello, sweetheart.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
And the best thing is, my pretty, is that Squid is in the middle. So she's in a crazy sandwich. Oh, God.
There you go.
Oh, yes. Now I'm in that. Oh, yeah.
A rose between 2 thorns.
Yeah. So who's pushing and pulling?
Since nobody else is I had the stomach flu 2 weeks ago. So that's like my whole December has been between the body pain from the weather and every joint hurting because, my chronic pain, to my issue of, if y'all caught, not many people did because it's a very small channel. However, if you caught my other channel, every Sunday I do a live stream, and a couple Sundays ago I turned green apparently, and I had to go in about 45 seconds after I got done streaming. I emptied the contents of my stomach.
Yeah, so here I've got 2 things to say. You basically done a scene from The Exorcist, and today I had to send people texts, and I was like, hate, love. So yeah, I had to send some Christmas messages out. But anyway, besides that, yes. So you're feeling okay then? So you're not going to do an exorcist?
No.
Good.
I might hawk up a loogie, but I will mute myself.
Okay. Well, that's the best thing to do. I mean, oh my good God. Yes. Can I just mention something here? Yesterday, as you know, I stream on Mondays with my pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did a members only, and then I streamed on my own last night because obviously some people like to cook at weird time. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Anyway, so and I'm thinking, I'm sitting here and I'm talking, and I'm like just basically saying what I need to say, and it dawned on me. It just dawned on me. Do you know the fact that Deuce Boy didn't turn up? I mean, I've seen so many freaking people come up with excuses like, oh, well, he's coming on there, he's done this, or he's done that. No. If he already knew that he had to go to court, just like freaking Lizard Lady, all right? Now, can you imagine Mr. Magoo, Skeletal, hello, you guys, and Life Jacket Lips, right?
Life Jacket Lips. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
What?
That just breaks me.
What's that?
Life Jacket Lips.
Well, with those lips, you've richly got like an inbuilt fucking life jacket for crying out loud.
I thought you were referring to her testicles.
No. Oh no, I'm a gentleman. I don't. No. No, domesticals. No.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
what?
speaking from someone who has built-in flotation devices, I can speak on behalf of the well-endowed.
Yeah, but you and your
balance
freaking
like
no, your freaking Navy head went straight into the gutter.
Of course it did.
Well, yeah, it's a good point.
Hey, chat, have you ever expected me to be anything different than a Navy like mentality and have my head in a sewer system?
No, you'd expect that from Army or Air Force, but not from the Navy. The Navy go, oh, look, seamen.
We literally have rum. We literally have alcohol in our fight song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like you expect me to be an upstanding citizen?
Do you know what? These streams, like Monday and Tuesday streams, should come with a parental warning.
They should. You need to make me one.
Say what?
I don't know if y'all have ever been over to Spawn's stream. He has a disclaimer and he says, you know, this stream is for mature audiences only, and he assumes that.
Don't fucking rub that in. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the assumption that I am mature.
Exactly.
Well,
I appreciate that. You're probably the only
mature.
person.
No, I mean, like I remember when I first did it, right? I mean, like I went for mature people only, and then after a while, people go, mature? Don't you mean mature? And I went, no, mature. Oh, okay, good point. Well presented. Carry on. So yeah.
This was amazing. I just got through reading.
Warning. The following
read
content
this.
is for mature adults only. Please fasten your seatbelts, attach your life jackets, and take a seat while this ship sinks slowly but surely. Welcome to Squid Pro Crow's stream.
Part of my being like a grown-up streamer
What?
is I'm gonna have like, you know, intro videos, short little intro videos when, you know, guests that are on here that are no longer guests, they're co-hosts, they're friends. You two being the prime examples. However, I don't know if I can bring it up, but I can bring it up on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I have the audio for Spawn. I
Oh,
just don't have a video for it yet. Because somebody has an addiction to a certain substance.
Are you calling me a ruggy?
No,
Do I look like a Fraggle Rock member to you?
Well, someone has an addiction to a certain drink.
Oh my
And,
god! Oh yeah, why not?
He
rub it
said
in 2 days
something,
before
and
fucking Christmas?
JK Films got me the audio.
Oh shit! Yeah, he did
So
it
I
well.
can make an intro video. I just don't have a video yet because I just.
Can you hear me now?
Life got in the way.
Dr. Pepper, please answer the phone. Dr. Pepper, you are receiving a call from Dr. Pepper. Please answer the phone. There you go. There's your freaking ringtone.
I love it. That's great. That's amazing.
Can you imagine, like, people contact me, like even Jeremy contacts me and say, hey, can you do a ringtone? I go, yeah, ding dong, take on the fire, 15, we go down to 20, 21, 50, 21, please leave a message after the tone. 25, 22, 22, 22, 50, 22, 50. Please leave a message with your contact number after the tone. Thank you for calling.
You
Please
sounded
call.
like a Warner Brothers cartoon right then.
Please hold. Your call is important. We know that you are waiting. Please continue to
So
hold.
when I decide to be like a grown up and actually get to, you know, more StreamYard accessories and audio visual upgrades, that will be Spawn's intro video. I don't know what the video is going to be like. I hadn't even thought about that yet. However, the audio
why
that
am I
clip
being
was
used
just
as a freaking
perfect.
wait, hang on. Where are my royalties? Why am I being used as a freaking poster boy And I don't even get offered a reach around, letting a Dr. Pepper or royalty. So fuck off.
My arms aren't that long.
That's what she said. Anyway.
Happy Tuesday.
Do you know, say that? I mean, I used to many years ago, we did a big exercise with fleet movement, like people who, anyway, and there was this one guy sitting there, and he turned around, and he went, "Ah, you army guys, you think you're fucking this, you think you're that," and I went, "Well, I don't hear you complain." And he went, "What?" And I went, "What do you call a lady of the night with a runny nose and no legs?" And he went, "What's that?" And I went, "Cash and carry." And full
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's get into the case.
I heard a joke the other day, and this is a trigger warning for some people, but I heard a joke in a Instagram reel. A guy was telling his wife, he's like, do you know why God made men with two heads?
One's for thinking, the other one's for technique.
So so he can drain his wife's patience with one and fill her back up with the other.
Oh, look, everyone's upset now because I told a joke. These jokes are nearly over 100, well, not 100, but quite long. It's like, what do you call a lady of the night with her ankles around her ears, with her panties down at her ankles, keeping her ears warm? It's cold out there, for God's sake. What do you call a lady of the night with no arms and no legs and a whistle? I'm here. Anyway, can we get into this, please?
You're the one who keeps
talking. We need to get you some caffeine-free Dr. Pepper.
Hang on a minute, darling. How much coffee have I had today? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay.
Robert says sounds like Spawn has been into something more than caffeine.
No.
Have you been eating poppy seeds? No.
No. Anyway, just one more thing before we crack on. My one screen lies over my two.
Okay.
We know how that song goes.
We know how that song goes.
Okay.
All right. We are going to get into the motion that when I talked about this last time and we went through the documents on Friday, this is document 104. This was still sealed on Friday. It is not sealed anymore. Hello, Bingo Brew Tea. Welcome to the shit show that is my stream on Tuesdays.
I wouldn't say it's a shit show. I just think it's totally out of fucking control right now.
It is, because we never intended on actually talking about this document. We wanted to just shoot the shit and catch up on all the behind the scenes crap. And then this document was public.
Which is going to make this
given to us.
Which is going to make this stream really funny tonight. So if you're drinking or eating at the time whilst viewing this stream, make sure you swallow before you carry on listening.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That sounded wrong.
Oh my God, I've been around you too long.
You've corrupted this sweet Southern lady.
Wait, what?
You're rubbing off on me, dude.
Don't
rub off on anything.
Don't you? Why do you take it? Do you know you take the most simplest sentences and you take it straight into the freaking gut? Where do you live? In the underground?
Might
just
well
been
be
around you for so long. That's where we automatically go.
I'm a sailor.
You say that men got dirty minds. Jesus Christ. Carry on. I don't know if this is going to happen tonight. I think
we've corrupted the sweet Southern lady that is my pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Bless our pretty little hearts.
That's right.
My mama told me that a buck's
all right.
Yes,
Okay. For
Go.
reference, in
Do it.
case anybody needs a refresher or a quick education on our legal system, this is in Levy County. Therefore, this is a state case. By the way,
Yeah, not
apparently
so-
we need to know, we need to learn the definition or the differences between legal and between state and federal. And just because nobody else calls something a federal case doesn't mean that it isn't federal. If it's filed in federal court and it's on Pacer,
It's a
it's a federal case.
yeah. Just
No
I mean,
offense
like,
to
how
the
can you- how
the
can you-
people in my comment section that said that were like, but it's not a federal case. Why are you calling it federal?
I saw that.
I mean-
I'm like, duh.
But
I mean,
I
it's
did
like-
not like I said, I did not want to be the asshole because I don't want to be an asshole because it's like I want to educate first. But sometimes I'm like, really? Sometimes I just look at things and I'm like, is this not obvious? If it's on Pacer and it's filed in federal court, it is a federal case.
yeah,
And
but
just
don't
because
forget-
no other streamer is calling it a federal case, that does not mean I'm wrong. It just
thing
means
is,
they
a
are
lot
not
of-
calling it a federal case.
yeah,
Right.
a lot of people seem to misunderstand the differences between, this is factual, this is what I was talking about last night. Factual evidence. If it is on a governmental website and it has got a case number and it says in big freaking capital letters in the circuit court of the 8th judicial circuit, and it is a court document, then it exists. Now, if it's a federal case or a civil case or a criminal case, it will tell. I mean, like, I can't understand why people want to change reality to their
And
level.
I do understand that these cases get confusing because there are so many of them. So I do understand why I do understand why things can get, but if something at the top says in the United States District Court, that's a federal case.
A Merry Christmas, everybody, by the way.
Like I'm sorry. And I don't like I said, I'm not showing screenshots. I'm not showing because these people were not mean about it. They were
No, they
just
weren't. Just confused. Just
confused.
Yeah, just
Right.
confused.
So
I mean, I'm just being sarcastic, like, because I'm always usually sarcastic or facetious, but I always use satire and humor. But I think that people were just confused because there's so much going on. It's very easy to get confused if you're sort of not able to follow what's going on. But this document tonight is going to make you fucking laugh.
which is why I don't cover a lot of the behind the scenes. Like I hear bits and pieces of it from you guys, like the stuff that went on with the bankruptcy. After we read through this, y'all are going to tell me what happened with that shit show because I don't know anything about it. I hear bits and pieces. I see bits and pieces of people posted on Facebook, but like these groups that I am in on Facebook, I am in them, but I am not like active in them. I post
Right.
every once in a while. I
Yeah.
scan maybe once or twice every like week,
Mhm.
but I'm not in there like every day going, oh,
Mhm.
what's the latest news?
Put it
I don't
this
have
way.
time.
Put it this way. Our beloved Crampon, okay, has basically signed her fate. She's literally in so much legal trouble now that no matter what that absolute freaking womble gob says on her stream, no matter how she puts it, I mean, I smoke, and that woman needs oxygen, seriously, because I don't think she should be allowed to use oxygen because she's an oxygen thief. But I have never ever come across a human being who inserts themselves so much into something that it could cost her her freedom. Because like now she is done. I mean, the fact that she turned up on a Zoom conference of the bankruptcy.
Okay,
Try-
we'll get into that after we
Oh
read
yes,
this,
we will.
because I
Excuse me a second. I'm about to cough.
all right, we'll start reading this. I'm gonna start reading this, and then I'm going to let y'all take over while I just I have to go do mama duties real quick. So, order granting defendant's motion for sanctions pursuant to section 57.105 of Florida statutes. This cause came before the court December 17th, on the motions for sanctions filed by defendants Jeremy Hales, Martha, and Larry, and the court, having reviewed the court filings, heard the testimony, and court makes the following findings of fact and conclusions of law. Findings of fact. On August 16th, 2024, plaintiff filed a complaint for injunction and damages under 540.08. August 27th, 2024, defendant served a 21-day safe harbor letter and unfiled motion for sanctions pursuant to 57.105 upon plaintiff's counsel. The motion asserted that plaintiff's complaint asserted no basis in fact or law to proceed under 540.08. And footnote, defendant Terry Graves has never served as a complaint.
Mr. Waldo himself.
Where is Waldo?
Yeah, they should put in defendant T and then in
Sorry,
brackets,
all I can
Waldo.
see is him showing up on streams with the Where's Waldo costume, and that's every
that was
time I think
hilarious.
about he wasn't served, I'm like, now that is how you evade service. You ask to be served. You say, "Hey, I'm still in Florida. Where can I be served?" And you're still not served.
And
I
you
mean,
go,
he
I'll
actually-
even meet you at the courthouse, and they still don't serve you.
he actually straight. I mean, this is what gets me, right? This whole thing. When obviously when that was mentioned, every time I see Tat's name, right, I'm like going, well, you had every opportunity. He even offered you to serve him at his lawyer's office. He offered you, and then basically he just went, all right, fuck it, I'm going to take the piss out of you, so I'm going to dress up as Waldo. And he did. He was a man to his word. So, who's to blame for that? Where's Waldo? Right there. No, it's not. Who's that? Oh, right. I need to stop drinking coffee, darling.
Excuse me.
All
No,
right.
for about half an hour anyway.
He said for about a half an hour.
Hey, sleepwatcher, working within reason. If you know, you know. Thank goodness. And lurking. Thank goodness. No more no more saying you got yelled at by your doctor. Oh,
Now I know what that means, what that stands for now.
if you know, you know.
If you
Yeah,
know,
I
you
mean,
know.
like, can't you people spell?
Well, yeah, but that is so that we don't have to spell all those words. We're smart enough that we can figure it out by just the first letter.
No, that's just being
It's
lazy.
like
Anyway,
this.
Yogi, thanks very much for the Merry Christmas and right back at you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, Yogi.
So, yeah. So, what's happening now? Were you reading this or what's happening?
I was gonna put an acronym in the chat, but it was like, if you don't get your ass back in a motherfucking house before I
Yeah.
like somebody posted that on Facebook the other day, and I was like, oh, that's my childhood right there.
Yeah, it said every kid that was born after a certain date can say this
Between
without
like
any problem.
1970 and 1985.
Yeah.
Well,
Get your ass.
apparently, all the generations after Gen X are like in trouble because Gen X is waking up, and we're about to go to war with all the rest of the Gen X's and Gen Z's and millennials.
I'm like, I'm in that lost generation between Gen X and a millennial. Like, millennial technically starts in like 82.
Oh no, hang on a minute. All right, this is declaration of war. This is declaration of war, SMN. I'm sorry, but that's declaration of war. That's it. I mean, like, you guys cook it. Can we carry on reading the document, please, before I go and get my half-priced cheap Russian nuclear weapons?
So I was reading a book yesterday, and we got to the section about the Boston Tea Party. You want to go into that?
Listen, don't blame me, right, for shit that other people cause. And just for the record, right, just because you people don't have, well, then again, I can't talk because I drink coffee. I don't like tea. But that's the point.
That was
Right?
just sacrilegious to be
So
said over there.
Valor, can you DM me sometime? I have questions for you. All right, let's get back to this. It's 4 pages, but it's going to take us an hour.
No, I didn't really. I mean, I know you read slow, but come on, let's go. Hello.
Plaintiff did not respond to the defendant's motion for sanctions, nor did she withdraw her complaint within the 21-day safe harbor period. Defendants filed their motion for sanctions on September 18th, 2024, and we are a year and 3 months later.
Isn't that
Jesus.
crazy?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
The
they
wheels
filed
of
for
justice
sanctions.
turn slowly.
They filed for sanctions back
Oh,
in
shit.
September
Do you
of
know-
2024.
Yeah. What happened to that? Okay, I'll shut up. Go on, carry on.
Plaintiff further failed to respond to all defendants' discovery request for evidence in support of plaintiff's complaint, as well as subsequent motion to compel discovery. After the 21-day safe harbor period and had run, and subsequently on the eve of a hearing scheduled on defendant's motion for summary judgment, plaintiff voluntarily dismissed her complaint. Plaintiff was properly noticed for the hearing set December 17th, 2025, but did not appear. Shocker.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave that right there.
Wait, hang on a minute. Who was the plate? Who? Wait, what? No, carry on. I'll.
Lynette was the plaintiff in this case.
Right, got you.
Defendant's counsel indicated he received an email from plaintiff the day before this hearing that she did not intend to appear. On a prior occasion involving a hearing that had been properly set and noticed, plaintiff informed the court on the eve of the hearing that she did not intend to appear. The court proceeded with the hearing on December 17th, 2025, as plaintiff provided neither good cause nor any reason whatsoever for her absence. You just can't not show up to court.
Exactly.
Because you don't feel like it. That's not how this shit works. I'm pretty sure growing up with lawn darts, knockers, and water hoses win. Yeah. I don't. I'm fully of the, like, I don't knock anybody who watches their podcast. There are people in here who tend to sometimes are regulars in their podcast. However, I cannot physically listen to anyone who I do not like. I just can't. Like, my brain will just induce a vomiting or effect, or I will get hives and shit. Like, I was trying to listen to someone who I actually used to really like, and I was listening to their podcast or to their stream the other day, and I broke out in hives. I literally cannot listen to people I don't like. One, because my body just physically will revolt. But secondly, I refuse to give people ad revenue and or
Well, it's not just that. I mean,
watch
like,
time.
the thing is, you cough, I cough, we all cough, we sneeze and that. But here's the thing. Now, I know that I cough, and people have got used to it, or they just turn the volume down. And I do apologize if I cough once. Sometimes I can't catch it in time, but I can't listen to these people because they just make me physically sick, because it's like they're scum, and they act like it as well. Now, if you want respect and you want to be treated with respect, right, it goes both ways. And if you're going to act like, oh God, what they call it, like a chav, right? If you're going to act like a chav, you're going to get treated like a chav.
You can take them.
But when it comes to the Lees or other people as well, on both sides, I can't listen to them because, it's like they're trying to get out a whole sentence without breathing. And I don't know if you've ever noticed that, my pretty, or
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that I've never watched them, because I do watch them sometimes. I usually only make it through about the first hour. I can't do much more than that because I just can't take the lies. The lies get me, and the smacking as you're eating it just drives me insane.
I'll be very honest with you.
When they're licking them fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, here's the thing. When you eat, right? I mean, I always got taught when you were eating, you eat with your mouth closed.
Right. I was too.
Yeah. And if you're eating, you shouldn't be talking. And like when we used to sit at the dinner table, there wasn't any talking. It's when you finished your main meal and we were waiting for the sweet. Then you had a conversation, and then when the sweet came, basically, you know, if you were eating, you wouldn't talk. And then after that, you know, like with my family, would like the elders would have, you know, like a brandy or whiskey or beer, and we would have like non-alcoholic drinks, you know. And I mean, like other people, like Squid has eaten on cam, and you know, but the thing is, when you eat is
I
one.
try to mute myself.
Yeah, but when you eat is one thing. But I always believe you are representing yourself. And I've heard people, you know, sound like a freaking, what do you call these machines that grate freaking meat into mincemeat?
Grinder.
What was it again, darling?
A meat grinder?
Oh, grinder. Yeah, I had it in stereo there for a second. You know, you and Squid said it at the same time. You know, and so if you, I mean, like I've got cough sweets sometimes when I know I've got a bit of a cough, and I try to, but eating that's the, I mean, no. Oh, don't give her too
She
much.
thinks you're telling her no. She thinks you're telling her no. When you said no, she said no.
Sorry, Angel, I didn't mean you, my little darling.
She was getting that Nutella.
Yeah, you see that look I got when you
I
see
know
that.
she was like, "What do you mean telling me no?"
Yeah. No, it's I just find them one despicable and disgusting, because like what's happened in the last year, over the last year and a half, with that one person. You know, this case here, right? We've got 2 pages left, but this case here is, yeah. Just carry on, because I'm going to watch my P's and Q's on this one.
Well, I'm always of the opinion that I have hate watchers, and I don't mind, because they are giving me ad revenue and watch time, and it's okay. It's interesting to me, because I refuse, because there are people who specifically watch and say things because they want the hate watchers, because they're making money. And I am not necessarily, I don't say controversial shit to get views. I say my opinion, which just so happens to be controversial with people that don't agree with me. Like,
right.
Instead of just disagreeing with me and being like, okay, we disagree on this. People disagree and think it's like the most controversial shit. Like it's an all or nothing world. Like, oh, you don't like you talked negatively about this motion. You hate this person. That's like, that's not how this shit works. Like, that's not how any of this shit works. But you know,
sheepish. I don't act sheepish. I'm just behaving myself because I got my 2 stepmoms here. So, you know, I get hand back and forth like a freaking yo-yo. So I just don't want to get grounded.
But there's 153 people here, and there's only 76 likes. I'm gonna give you the Nutella cam. If we don't get those likes to over 100, and I'm gonna pull this chat over and hit you with my flip flop in the back seat.
Why are people? I mean, oh, by the way, Jeff, if you're there, Jeff one. I saw you call. You know that I was only playing with you. You know that. Don't take it personally. If you do, get a grip of yourself.
I like the smart asses. I liked Buffed Old Man.
Oh yeah,
you're fine.
But I usually just growl. I just bark back. No.
Oh, I love Buffed Old Man. Buffed Old Man is amazing.
Who, what?
I love Buffed Old Man. He's amazing. We have the same sense of humor, where he is absolutely hilarious.
So let's get this document out of the way, and then we can start shooting the shit.
All right. I have to go back to this. All right.
What do you mean you're going to pull over this freaking chat and then use your?
It's my prerogative. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. You want the apple chips?
It's like you just see Squid walk in and go, it's my party and I'll cry.
All right. Defendant's counsel indicated he received an email. We read that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Shall I read it?
She told my water and walked away. The court proceeded with the hearing December 17th as plaintiff provided no good cause for any reason whatsoever for her absence because of the automatic stay resulting from plaintiff's bankruptcy filing during the proceedings, and after review of defendant's memorandum of law regarding the court's authority to proceed on the issue of sanctions notwithstanding the stay in bankruptcy, as well as the court's independent research. I'm interested to know what that was, because a lot of the times the court can't do independent research. So I'd be interested to know what that was or what that consisted of.
My thoughts were that maybe they had researched the bankruptcy, and they had and it looks like they researched what the court could do with the stay, like what were the court's options with the stay in bankruptcy. That's what I got from it, but I don't know that's true.
And that would be fair, because I do know there's a limit to what the court could research.
Right.
And I do know some lawyers who have put up a stink. So not to be nitpicky, and this is where I play devil's advocate. If I was a lawyer and I was having to represent the side that I don't necessarily agree with, I would be ensuring, although they did mark this case as closed now instead of reopened, so it is closed, but I would be going into what that is. Because if I were the judge, I'd be specific as to, when I did independent research, what that is, so that I could ensure to all parties, especially parties that are nitpicky and, want to tell judges that they're not doing their jobs, what that independent research was, because I know there are lines on what.
Right. Like as I read as you'll read through the rest of it, it appears to me that the judge investigated what his authority was, as far as saying that, yes, they were entitled to sanctions, but not actually assigning the sanctions until after the stay in the bankruptcy has been lifted.
And that totally makes sense to me. However, if I were to be a nitpicky bitch, which
most definitely, I got you. Yeah, that's exactly what, and it looks like that's what's going to happen too. But
and what gets me is that when the first bankruptcy was basically voided or whatever happened, is the fact that the cases then didn't continue, because obviously, they had a period of time to appeal the decision. So what gets me is that, like, that whole time when the bankruptcy was first initiated until it was like, yeah, whatever, and then the period between them appealing it and then going back into a new bankruptcy, that whole period there, it's like they could have continued with certain cases that were not connected to the bankruptcy. Or am I totally misunderstanding this?
No, I don't think you're misunderstanding it.
Because what doesn't make any sense for me is, in the first bankruptcy, the difference is like in this one, you've got people injecting themselves, which had nothing to do with them. But the fact that you had the first one and it got rejected, and then they appealed it, and then the other cases were still sort of like frozen and everything else, and then suddenly you got the second bankruptcy, and then it goes back into a stay. All that period from the end of one to the beginning of the other, that whole thing, cases could have been addressed and dealt with and updated, but nothing, unless I'm getting it wrong, unless I'm looking at this.
No, it's just shit takes forever, and it's just shit takes forever, and I really don't have. Shit takes forever, and this was also stalled. I believe they had. I have to look back in my giant ass notebook, but I believe there was 2 other court dates for the thumbnail case and the trespass 5 back in like June.
Yeah,
somewhere
there was.
And they were pushed back, and then they were pushed back again. I can't remember the exact reason why, because so much has happened that is one of the details that has slipped my mind.
Yeah. I don't
However,
remember off the bat.
yeah, they have been.
Hang on a minute, Devil Dog. Listen,
And
Devil Dog.
Sleepwalker, thanks for becoming a YouTube member.
Yes.
I appreciate you so much.
And Devil Dog, if you stick me in a round room and tell me to piss in the corner, trust me, I will create a corner. Just saying. But anyway,
Oh my god! Speaking of Pacer bills, I got some Hannah Dugan transcripts for the Hannah Dugan case, which we are probably going to end up reading next week, because we have shit that went down in this case. We have the there was a out of Waukesha, there was a the freaking skinwalker, the girl, and now I'm like having a moment where I can't remember what the hell is happening. But
is Hannah Dugan the woman that took her kid all those years ago?
no, it's the Waukesha County case, the Slender Man stabbings. Morgan Geyser, she had a hearing this morning. Her first hearing since escaping from her group home and being caught in Illinois. She had a hearing this morning, which we're going to cover on Friday. It is Christmas week. We also have the second part of the Trump's lawsuit against the BBC that we started reading yesterday. We're going to finish that. We're going to go into all the memos and all the exhibits that were in there. We finished the actual document. We just didn't get into the exhibits and all of the hyperlinks and footnotes that are in there that we're going to go through.
Oh, God,
we have so much to get through that we're going to probably have to push the Hannah Dugan, and there is a motion for a new trial in there too. But Hannah Dugan, the transcripts cost me $75.
You should be
$74.80.
You should be hearing what's going on over here about that freaking BBC versus Trump. Oh God.
Well, if you would like to join me for that stream, you can, to go through what your view is on all the documents between there's BBC there's internal memos. So if you would like to give your opinion on the internal memos and all of that.
No, I wasn't talking to you, Jeff. I was talking to someone else.
So
yeah, I get it, and I also think there should be a
hang on, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Venom is in the house.
I think there should be a ceasefire over Christmas, in regards to these topics, because to be perfectly honest with you, I don't, these cases and shit like that should be affecting us over Christmas. I think we should just have fun, and we are going to have fun. But do you want me to read the next page?
Yes, please. I'm about to, for the first time, I bought these. I've seen these viral greens gummies.
All right.
I'm going to take these for the first time so you can see my live reaction. So yeah. Yeah. So here.
I'll read page 3, shall I?
Yep.
Do you want me to start at 10?
Yep.
Right. Okay. At the hearing, the court admitted into evidence the document is pertinent to the defendant's sanctions motion, took judicial notice of the case law provided by defendants, and heard the testimony of defendant's attorney, Randall Sockett Esquire. The court finds that defendants have clear entitlement to attorney's fees pursuant to Florida statute section 57.105.1a and 1b. Or to be or not to be, as plaintiff and her then counsel Scott Stark, VIP, rest in peace. RIP. Knew or should have known that there was no legal or factual basis for plaintiff's complaint based on existing law applied to the facts of the plaintiff's complaint. The language of section 57.105 FS is mandatory when it comes to awarding attorney fees as sanctions for the filing for frivolous and baseless. Oh, I can't see that because that comment is covered up. Baseless action. Oh, I can't read. Can you scroll up so I can read? Basically, action, right. The court finds it appropriate to assess defendant's attorney's fees against plaintiff Michelle Preston and her then attorney Scott Stark Esquire in equal shares for the filing of frivolous complaint that they knew or should have known had no legal or factual basis on which to proceed. Conclusion of law. Defendants are entitled to their reasonable attorney's fees pursuant to Florida Statute Section 57105 and be assessed against the plaintiff and her then counsel Scott Stark Esquire in equal share. Once the plaintiff's stay in bankruptcy is lifted, defendant shall schedule a hearing before this court to establish the amount of, page 3 or 4, of reasonable attorney's fees to which defendants are entitled pursuant to Section 57105 Florida Stat. The court reserves jurisdiction over this matter to establish the amount of defendants' attorney's fees and enforcement thereof. Done and ordered this 19th day of December 2025, Levy County, Florida. Robert Grubb, Circuit Judge. Certificate of service. I hereby certify that on December the 19th, a true and correct copy of the foregoing was served pursuant to Florida Admin Report to Randy Socket and to Lynette Michelle Alexi ABC names Preston.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know how many names we have today.
Yeah. I mean, that again, and never, like, I have been saying this for so long that this is going to be win after win after win. That yes, Jeremy's not going to win them all, you know. However, if people still think that he's going to lose all these cases, you're wrong. I've been saying it from day one that, like, he's going to win 70, 80, probably even 90% of these cases. You know, he's lost one major case, and that's against the DA.
Yeah, but getting back to that DA case, there are reasons for that. He didn't. I am fully, and I've been like this from the beginning of that case. I think Jeremy has a valid issue against Dan Owen. I've just always said, one, I thought it was really bad timing. Two, I thought Randy was overwhelmed. I think Jeremy needed to hire a lawyer that was specialized in civil rights issues.
Okay. Devil's advocate. I think, I do believe that, like, you and other people in the chat may agree with me. Hi, Roy, everybody. Is that Randy Socket is a bloody good lawyer, right? He's professional, and there's not just him in that law that who are dealing with this. And I think that he has done so much that, yeah, he is overworked. I mean, undermanned. Sorry, I think that, you know, I think Jeremy or Randy Socket should get a couple of other lawyers, or what they call it.
Robert, I have to kind of not disagree with you, but, like, it never even made it to the qualified immunity is the reason. Like, Dan Owen and his immunity, or whatever his defenses were against this case, never even made it that far. We read the document on Friday, but the document literally said the order from the judge was the filing itself, failure to state a claim.
Chucky,
like, it was the way it was written. It had basically, it didn't have anything to do with Dan Owen, his defense of qualified immunity, or hiding behind immunity, or anything.
Okay.
It had strictly everything to do with the way the complaint was written. And
Right,
what
exactly.
was not in the original complaint.
Yeah.
So that's where, when I kept saying Randy is overworked, I feel like, and this is my personal opinion, whether he is or he isn't, is up for his own personal interpretation. I'm just saying, from my vantage point, reading all these documents and seeing what his writing looked like a year ago compared to what his writing looks like now, he looks like he is tired and overworked.
Yeah,
and whether it's his writing or Doreen's or anybody.
Yeah,
Venom says it was shoddy at best. So the reason why it was dismissed had nothing to do with Dan Owen's immunity. It had everything to do with what was not in the original complaint.
Correct. And before he had Doreen writing most in the beginning, Doreen was writing all that stuff. And then I don't know if she's writing it now or not, but she went on to do her own thing. But I agree with you. I think the man's a war slam out.
Yeah.
And also, like now that I can,
And I just think, well,
I also believe that, like, after the sanction hearing that happened, where he and Deuce Forskin got sanctioned, where Deuce didn't turn up because he thought he was going to get arrested, even though he can be arrested anytime if they wanted to. When he got sanctioned for that $4,000, I did notice a change in his approach of writing the documents. He was you could tell that it was like, think twice, write one.
Well, and Jeffrey, once again, his lawyer, Dan Owen's lawyer, didn't get anything dismissed. The judge didn't even take Dan Owen's anything into consideration. The judge was strictly looking at Jeremy's complaint.
Yeah, argument.
And arguments. And yeah, it had a little to do with what was brought up in the motion to dismiss. But the judge literally was like taking none of that into account. Like, not even looking at that. Looking at this document only.
Maybe Jeremy needs, like, for that case, I don't think Randy Shockett should be writing that. What I think Jeremy needs to do is actually get hold of a someone who does with civil rights, a lawyer, an actual civil rights lawyer who actually knows the ins and outs of what rights he has. Because at the end of the day, if you got a protective order, and that protective order is valued in every single state, and you turn around and say, hey, I've got this protective order, they can't be within 500 feet of me, why aren't you enforcing it? So instead of actually using the lawyer that he's using for the other cases, what you should be doing is using a civil rights lawyer who can then separate that case from all the rest of the cases.
Yeah, and well, I had just said that kind of, but the way my logic is there is a reason that there are specialties, bringing it back to what I know. So therapy or medicine, there's a reason that there's neurologists, there's, endocrinologists, there's a reason that there are specialties in certain areas of medicine, because the human body is a massive, it's very difficult to be an expert at everything. So a general practitioner, or a general practice lawyer for that matter, has a general overview of a lot of things, but may not be specialized in any one area. And there are certain areas like constitutional law, civil rights law, where you need a specialized lawyer who is damn good at that area.
Yeah, like take Larry. He's the DUI guy. He's really good at DUI cases.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of his video, and I'm, in a way, I am a little bit surprised that that Jeremy didn't separate his legal representation, where he's got Randy Shockett and Doreen doing that side, and then having a civil rights lawyer dealing with this Dan Owens situation. Now, if he does appeal it and he does get a civil rights lawyer, then I think it may work out a little bit better than it did this time.
Yeah. Chucky, nobody wins against the DA in district courts. Well, the thing is they didn't even get to the point where it could be argued for. Like, I think people are, the nuance in the judge's order, I think where people are missing. The judge in his order never said anything about the qualified immunity or prosecutorial immunity. It was strictly failure to state a claim.
Exactly.
Not saying that Randy doesn't have a claim, just saying you didn't write it right.
Right, exactly. That's it. You didn't vocalize the way you should have.
Have a look at the Coup Thunder's comment.
KU Thunder?
Coup Thunder, yeah. That looks very interesting.
It's Kansas University, KU.
Oh, right, okay.
You may have known it would get denied initially and kept it bare bones. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always that.
Yeah, we don't know the strategy behind everything, and there is strategy whenever law is just like playing that game of Risk. It's all about strategy.
I mean,
Speaking of-
also if you look at it from a different perspective, I'm looking at
That's
this from a different.
I love that game.
I do too.
I mean, let's be honest with you. Looking at that document there, this bankruptcy has already gone absolutely tits up. I mean, like you couldn't, yeah.
Oh, and it has been dismissed. So here is the actual document of the what I called federal 3 because it was the third federal case.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what someone had took an exception to and said, "Why are you calling it federal 3?" Said, "Because it is."
Right. It is a federal case. Exactly.
It says the United States District Court for the Northern District of Florida. That makes it federal. And I got it on Pacer. So that would also be the next thing that would make it federal. It was dismissed without prejudice, but it didn't really say it didn't say anything. And I think because it wasn't dismissed based on the it was dismissed on the merits for failure to state a claim. This is the judgment. Plaintiff's claims are dismissed on the merits for failure to state a claim. December 19th, 2025.
Yep.
I mean, like
That's what I thought, Venom, but like, and if y'all haven't checked out Venom's channel, you really should. Venom, throw your link in there. It's one of the things of like, someone was like, but why are you calling it federal 3? It's not federal. I was like, because it is. I got confused. I honestly, like, I was like, I had to go back and check. I'm like, am I making a mistake here? It didn't say. It just said dismissed on the merits for failure to state a claim. It did not say with or without prejudice. So my assumption would be without prejudice because it had nothing to do with the defendant or the defendant's actions. It was strictly based on the way the complaint was written and
Right.
what was not put in
the wording.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure if it was the prosecutorial immunity, I could see the judge going, well, because he has absolute immunity or whatever the case may be. We all know if you watch the petty chat rules, you saw how I feel about immunity. I'm not getting into it.
All right, let me ask you a question on this then. Right, to everybody, even to the people, like I know people are trying to press my buttons, but you carry on. It's Christmas. I forgive you. Right. Here's something I am going to put to you, but to you two. And if to Jeremy is going to be listening to this, or anyone who passes on information to Jeremy, here's my question to him and to this situation. What do you want out of this? Because at the end of the day, there's only two things you can get out of this: is them to apologize and to fix what they've broken and actually respect the law, respect federal law, respect permanent restraining orders and everything else, and stick to that, or sue them and try to get him fired, or sue the city, right? Or sue because at the end of the day, the city gets sued, they pay taxpayers money to you, so it's a shit show. But at the end of the day, what do you want out of this? Do you want recognition of the fact that a system that is supposed to uphold the law failed to do so? That the thing is that you got a sheriff's department or police department ignoring the order, and then blaming the DA who then ignored it, and then told the sheriffs to ignore it, and vice versa. You know, do you want people fired? Did you want to sue them for monetarily? Do you just want to fix the system? That's my question with this.
I would want all of it.
I know, Roy. Are you okay?
I would want it all. I'd want every bit of it. I'd want them to have to fix the system as far as their end of it. I would want to make sure it never happened to anybody else ever again. And then I would want to make them pay for it. And then I would want to make it so that he never got voted back into his position again.
I mean, like if I was gonna, like, if it was me and I had a protection order against you two, and it was broken, right? And well, sometimes, you know, 2 stepmoms, 1 minute I'm with one person now. Anyway, right? If I sued a DA and I won, I would take that money and then I would actually put it into like law schools where people who are going to become lawyers actually have the support, you know, to actually do their job properly, or put it into funding to, you know, put it towards funding for body cameras for the for Levy County Sheriff's Department or police officers, or something that will benefit the county itself or the state, whatever you want to call it.
Apparently, they have grants for that because other counties have gotten grants through the state of Florida for body cameras. Levy County just chooses not to do it, from my understanding.
Yeah, because they got the ones in the cars, which is outdated. That's a system that was used in the 70s and 80s.
Levy County just chooses not to get body cams because they don't want that accountability, in my opinion.
Yeah, but again, to be devil's advocate, to throw the flip side, any body worn camera can be muted for privacy's sake. You know, if you know, but I mean, we all know that these cameras, there's 3 different variations of these type of body cameras. Now, one of them you actually put around, you actually wear like sunglasses. Now, at the end of the day, it's you know, if you are scared or if your department is afraid because so many officers are breaking the law or have misconduct going on, then, you know, I think that it should go to state level or federal level to find out what the hell's going on. Why don't they have body cameras? But
I do think that Ron DeSantis needs to look into his attorney general's office, considering the person who was Daniel Owen's attorney in that did not realize that he didn't attach the exhibits, and he so let's get a little rewind about
oh my god,
the missing exhibits.
I just been sent an old advert by someone we all 3 of us know. Yeah. I just think that I think Jeremy needs to just turn around and say, I want the system fixed.
And this was my issue with Daniel Owen, not him as a person, whatever. Yeah, I think Jeremy has a damn good argument.
Yeah.
However, I think Florida needs to clean house. The fact that Ron DeSantis is a fucking attorney, he was a JAG attorney.
Was he?
Yeah.
What was he?
Which makes me even more upset.
So he was just JAG. Was he all
he was JAG.
Navy?
Navy.
Right.
He was a Navy attorney. But the person who was Dan Owen's attorney was Anthony Dean Johnson, Senior Assistant Attorney General. Okay. And this was also submitted by James Uthmeyer, Attorney General. I made a short about this the other day because this was.
Hang on a minute. That's in-house. That's what? Wait, what? That's in-house.
Yeah, because Daniel Owen is the state attorney, so he gets represented by state attorneys.
Right.
That's a bit freaking one-sided, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of like working for Nike and being represented by Nike's legal counsel. It's just,
you see, I don't know that much about American law. That's why I always ask questions. So go.
However, and the only reason I mentioned Nike and their legal is because one of the people in another mediation case I'm covering is one of the mediators that the University of Georgia wants as a mediator is or used to be legal counsel for Nike. So I was reading through their resumes in Georgia's filing. It was quite interesting. However, this is where I think Ron DeSantis just needs to clean house and get rid of every state attorney and start over.
Wasn't there
defendant filed his motion November 21st, and in my short I said November 21st. Remember that date. Not until plaintiffs filed their response to the motion to dismiss Friday, December 12th, did undersigned realize the exhibits were inadvertently not filed. You didn't realize 2 weeks, what, 3 weeks? You didn't realize for 3 weeks that you didn't file a motion to dismiss and you didn't add the exhibits? Isn't that like first year law student 101? When you file a motion, file the exhibits too?
You'd think so, because the exhibits give you ammunition. They give you status, don't they? In a case.
That made me so like frustrated from like having nothing, and I made it clear in my last stream, but I'm gonna make it clear for anybody who didn't see that. My anger has nothing to do with like Jeremy or Dan or anybody. Strictly from a state attorney general office perspective. This was a senior assistant attorney general that couldn't remember first year law school when you file a motion, attach your exhibits.
Right, I agree. It was sad. It was very, very sad. You expect
It was like Ron DeSantis needs to clean. That's why I was like, Florida. You need to fix your shit.
Let me ask you a question, then, because obviously I'm not an Americanese.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah. Surprise.
Hang on, girls. Hang on. Anyway, so I'm not an Americanese, so I'm going to ask two questions. The first question is this. Last year, at some point, there was someone running for sheriff. Was that Chiefland? Was that Levy County?
Levy County was the sheriff's thing was going on.
I can't remember his name, but I think he was ex-forces veteran himself. But and obviously he didn't win. If you put a vote of no confidence in, if a petition from civilians, i.e. from citizens, goes in for a vote of no confidence, and that goes straight to the state or the governor or the state governor, would that change, or could that sort of like fix the issue that's going on in Levy County in general? Or that was one question. And the second question is this: if these problems are going on, not just with the sheriff's department, but also with the DA and everything, and all them idiots, but also with CPS, that you've got across the board, straight out of Compton, motherfucker, fuck the police. Now, anyway, because there's been an issue, and obviously, I'm not the only one from abroad who's noticed this issue with DPS and CPS, and everyone else. Why isn't a outside body, a governmental body, stepping in to deal with this? Why does it take Jeremy Hales to take a DA to court for breaching of his civil rights? Why is this not being addressed? That's my second question. Over to you. Back to the studio.
Shameless plug for JAG. Speaking of JAG, if y'all are watching NCIS Origins, right? It's the show Devil Dog Cody works on. Shameless plug.
Do you know what, Devil Dog? I'll be more than happy for you to have my children. How about that?
He's not only a crayon eater, he's our resident Hollyweird. Yeah.
I need to touch base with him, talk to him privately, because I've got a little story to tell him. But anyway, so when is this all going to stop? When is it like I know Kasha and Robert, and I know of people who live near Levy County, and and I've met so many people who live in the area. Let's just put this court case, all this court case and everything else to one side. We've got so many other people living in this area, so many people who have to go through all this crap. Now we're seeing the true side of the system that's going on in Levy County. Yes, good old boy system and all that crap. But there are other people in that county who have to, have to go through that shit. Look at Travis, the next door neighbor, who had issues with his electric and everything else, and they were giving him shit. When is someone going to step up to the plate and go, enough is enough? We have, we're getting treated like shit here because they got the old boy system. When is the line going to be drawn? If we take what the Hales case and put it to one side, because what I'm seeing is that basically they'll take your tax money and then they'll give you the middle finger.
It's not just Florida.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
the rural South. And it's
Mhm.
actually the rural Midwest. They're resistant to change. Here, I'll describe the rural South in not so many words.
Ding, ding,
Resistant
ding,
to
ding, ding,
change, hate city people,
Mm-hmm.
and they see city people as change. So when city people move in, they're even more resistant to change.
Is that why Jeremy Hales and George got called? Because I know that, yeah, they what did they get called? They got called the Northerners, didn't they? Because they're
Yeah.
from Ohio,
And,
and
and,
obviously,
and that is still true. That it is still like that down here. It
Yeah.
really is.
It is.
You got city folk, and that's what we call them. They're city folk.
You like people think of Georgia as like people think of Atlanta. It's like, and you talk to an average person from Georgia, and they will tell you Atlanta is not Georgia.
I mean, you know, like for me, you know, Florida was all Orlando, you know, Miami, Tampa, and I was like, and big fuck off alligators that, you know, that one of them that like, that's what I came to know about Florida. But after everything that I have witnessed here over the last 2 and a bit years, I seriously think that Florida is the shithole of America.
Well, here's the thing about Florida though. Florida has sunshine laws. So it's not that every other state is less crazy than Florida. Florida just has to keep their crazy out in the open where everybody can see it.
Right, that's it. You just see it more with Florida because they are so
Like the villages.
Well, the villages are a special breed. Anywhere near Orlando, I want to say is just a special breed because of like the tourism shit around there. Like it's just a mindset that is different. However, Florida has sunshine laws. Some of it is a good thing, like easy access to documents. When you vote, generally you can see where your vote from the time you cast it to the time it's counted, you can track it. Not things that are done in other states. So in some ways it's really good. However, it makes the crazy very, very obvious. It's the reason Florida Man exists.
Right. I agree
because
with you.
Other states, it's not that other states are any less crazy. Have you seen Wisconsin?
I mean, like, you know,
have you seen Waukesha County, Wisconsin? My home state, full of Slenderman stabbers, parade runners, and PDF files. My home state. Oh, and wannabe Order of Nine Angels people. However, Wisconsin doesn't have sunshine laws, so a lot of that stays in the dark. Florida, everything is out in the open where you can see it. All the crazy is where everybody can see.
A lot of your body camera that's like on YouTube, those videos that you see, they're Florida. If you'll notice, they're all, you know,
except for Code Blue Cam. Code Blue Cam. If you ever YouTube the best freaking body cam footage thing out there is Code Blue Cam. Code Blue Cam is La Crosse, Wisconsin.
I mean, I've been watching, there's an old joke in the British Armed Forces: when you go on the ranges, the target will fall when hit. It's the problem is when you're on a two-way range. And a very old guy, well, many, many years ago, he was attached to our unit, and like
Jeffrey Dahmer was from Milwaukee, not Waukesha, but I see your point.
He told us that no, oh God, no, where was it? Who was it? It was there was a guy. He did the last tour in Vietnam, and he turned around to us and he said, there was a story. It was really funny. He went, "What's that?" He said, in Vietnam, it wasn't the bullet with your name on it that you had to be worried about. It was like where it says "to whom it may concern." And one thing I've learned by watching some of these videos about police interaction with, like shots fired and stuff like that. I'm finding it very distressing that like people are just losing the plot. And then you've got people attacking the UK and Australia and other countries about their gun laws and stuff like that. And I'm like going, well, hang on a minute. And then going back to this case, what happened right at the get-go? Within the first 6 months of this, of them moving there, you've got fricking John Cook pointing a fricking pew at Jeremy and making threats to cause harm using a lethal weapon. So where do you draw the line? Why is the system in Levy County so freaking bad?
Because it's the good old boy system.
This is allowed to happen.
It's the good old boy system.
Would an appeal have the same systemic blocks in Florida as how this Owen case has been run, as JH resides in Ohio and he could take Owen there like he did with the BL? Well, beyond hope, the Dan Owen case was filed in federal court. So that one had nothing to do with the Good Old Boys Club or anything like that, in the sense of what we're talking about with Levy County. So it's...
Are the law systems in Florida, are they self-sufficient? Are they not governed by the state? Can they like
they're governed by the state?
So basically, they it's like Big Brother's not watching them. Is that what I'm trying to get at? It's like they can do what they like, and they're not governed.
It's more like they're Big Brother's cousin. And Jim Bob knows Joe. Jim Bob's the sheriff here. Joe's the sheriff over in this county, and they kind of cover up for each other. And it's all in who you know. If you know this person, you're not going to get in trouble.
Just like Russ Meeks. Just like Russ Meeks having a relative in the county.
Yes, just like that. That's what we call the Good Old Boys Club. Right. It means if you're a friend of somebody, then you're not going to get in trouble. You can do basically, unless you go out here and, you unalive somebody. But I mean, as long as it's little petty stuff, they're going to overlook it. If you get stopped for speeding, they're not going to give you a ticket because you're so-and-so's uncle.
It's the government equivalent of, do you know who my daddy is?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just like the victim advocate whose son attacked Jeremy Hales.
Yes. Right.
Can't the Ohio judge step in and force them to enforce the order?
Nope.
And it sucks because it seems logical that like they would be able to, but
couldn't the
it's outside the Ohio judge's jurisdiction.
And that's where the
Ohio judge. Sorry to jump on you there. Couldn't the Ohio judge entail then contact the Supreme Court and put it up to a high court? I don't know what your judges after that are.
Because it was in Ohio State Court, it would have to go to the Ohio Supreme Court. But I honestly don't know where that. I'm not a lawyer, and no one's ever mistaken me for one. And no, unlike some people, I could not take the bar. Or I don't claim that I could take the bar exam tomorrow.
Wait, hang on a minute. You're not a lawyer? God, I wanted you to represent me when I come to the States. Or is that going to be my pretty?
There's a per se lawyer somewhere.
Wait a minute. I know what I could have. I could have like both of you representing me, and he just like sort of like tag team the judge.
I could represent you in the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
I think everyone could do that.
Well, I could. Because I know you better than some. Because there's a lot of people who think you're just an asshole. And I know that's not true.
Right.
God, don't tell everyone. Stop it.
I know. You got this reputation to uphold.
Yes, I have. See, now you've given my secret weapon away. How freaking dare you, madam?
Well, my daughter thinks you are one of the sweetest people she knows. And she fell asleep to your stream last night. So thank you for the ASMR voice at night. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Just in case you didn't know, Spawn recorded a video of him reading the night before Christmas, so baby Squid could hear it when she goes to sleep at night. Like that is the kind of person that Spawn is. Sassy he may be.
Yeah.
Go on, put me on a pedestal and make me blush.
You want to say hi, Uncle Spawn? want to say hi, Spawn?
Where's my little angel? Hello. Hi. Hello, gorgeous. How are you? Are you being a good girl? Yes.
Sassy.
Good. Oh, you're being sassy today, are you?
Are you ready for Santa
sassy?
Claus?
Are you ready for Santa? Yeah.
Oh,
So who are
you
we?
gonna
Who
get
are we giving your
Barbies?
old toys to?
Are you going to get some Barbies?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Barbies.
Do you want me to call Santa right now and see if we can get you some more Barbies?
I love her. She's beautiful, Mus.
Yes, nice hair.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. I love her. Oh, she is Cha-Cha. She is a skater.
Yeah.
She is beautiful. She is so Cha-Cha. I love it. Girl, she is
Thanks,
beautiful.
Heidi.
Yay!
Ow.
I love to play Barbies. Even now, I would play Barbies.
Yeah. Is she gonna give mommy back her ring for Christmas? No, that thing's gone. For those of you who don't know, my engagement ring is missing.
Oh, in the
It's
heart
been
hole.
missing since July.
We have no idea.
I'm not. It's not
telling you
that I'm
right
not
now.
wearing it. It's because I'm not. It's not that Mr. Squid and I broke up. It's not that we're no longer engaged.
Squid.
It's
Squid.
missing.
I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to say it publicly. When we were in that call with your mum, right, when we were all chatting away, all talking away, right, I saw you. You were wearing that ring. I saw you wear that ring. And I know for a fact that when you walked over, and I was talking to your mum, and you walked over to the table, and you were over there with a little one, and then you came back, and you went and picked the phone back up. I noticed that you did not have the ring on. So the ring, you took that ring off from the moment I start talking to your mum about the issue.
I don't think that's the day it went missing, and I don't remember when that was. That was a long time ago. Oh yeah, Spawn talks to my parents, by the way.
Yeah. What? Let me show me. Show me. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that you were wearing it when you walked away, and when you came back, you were not wearing it.
I have tore this house upside down, inside out.
Yeah, and I do talk to this is the thing. Why did you have to give away that I'm a that I'm a big teddy bear? That I'm going to mute myself.
I gotta give away some of your secrets. We gotta get you over 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I mean that will happen when it happens. I mean, it's one of those things.
Let's see what my other channel is up to. So I still have to upload my short for the other channel. I'm so slacking because I haven't been feeling good.
I'm doing quite well on that one. Basically, I need to. I'm going to be uploading some new content. I'm at 58, and you know
I'm
what?
at 238 on my new channel.
Hey, that's pretty good though. You just got started on it, really.
Sport equals teddy bear. Error does not compute. Do you know what? You listen. At the end of the day, right, I'm the most nicest person you can come across, unless you cross me. And then just at the end of the day, I used to have a saying when I was serving, right? Make sure that rank slide comes with a gum shield. That used to be my saying. I said, like, if people got shirty or anything, I used to turn around and say, did that rank slide come with a gum shield? No. Then you need to watch what you say.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And Devil Dog Cody, thanks for the $10 Nutella fund or Pacer or whatever. And Fletcher Boy, thanks for the $9.99 Pacer fund.
Hey, Roy, leave my sheep out of this. They haven't done anything. And by the way, where's my Dr. Pepper fund?
So you're saying that Spawn is like the rest of the army is a big teddy bear? Not always. Only to people he likes.
Right.
Yeah.
If he don't like you, he's not.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey, 81, I like you. I like you a lot.
He's first class petty.
Yes, I know. Oh, wait. You mean 81? Yeah.
I've tried that. I have a couple of like just cheap rings that I've gotten, like magnetic rings and like calming rings. and I've given them to her, and she doesn't take them anywhere. And she'll go get them for me when I ask.
Oh shit, Squeak, you missed it. Like, was it? Yeah, it was in the
And
members.
then, oh, Spawn, such a
Yes,
nice
and-
person, Spawn. You
and-
say, then why did I start the Mrs. Spawn cast iron frying pan fun?
And I actually got her over. I actually asked her to come over, and I showed her, and she just laughed. And then she turned around and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I do need a new one." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, like, so speaking of crazy and not a teddy bear, but people are mentioning Lufa in the chat.
Hiya.
Uh,
Hiya, Chuty.
What happened with this bankruptcy and certain people adding themselves to
Oh yes. Basically,
putting their
I
foot
was
in their mouths so
Right,
far
yeah.
they can taste their toenail
Yeah.
fungus.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, because like oh god, this is funny. Me and you are gonna fucking bounce off each other now. Basically, the other night, okay, obviously Jeremy Hales, George, and Deanna, right, there was a video about what happened in the bankruptcy court. So they're going through everything. And they went, oh, and then Lisa, someone called Lisa turned up. And it was actually Crampon who turned up, because apparently the lawyer, the bankruptcy lawyer, or Want Lizard lady, gave Lisa the link to the thing, and she's trying to put herself in it as a creditor. But here's the thing. Where does Lynette Preston owe her money? It's the other way around. And I was pissing myself laughing. And then we discussed it, didn't we, my pretty? We
And you missed the good part
Oh yeah, sorry, I
that
forgot about that.
Jeremy said, and I got a feeling she recorded it. And you're not allowed to record those hearings. So last night, of course, on their live, old Poppy Seed.
Oh hell no, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Old Poppy Seed is saying, I thought the look on the trustee's face was classic, or something like that, talking about how the trustee's expression was. How could you know how the trustee's expression was if you didn't see it? So he just tells that he saw the court case.
Yeah, and there was a mention of recording it.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's true or not. That's just speculation, but
Well, somehow or another he had to see it. It didn't just come
Just
to
when
him
you
in a
think
vision.
just when you think that it can't get any dumber.
They're taking it as a challenge when we say that. When we say how much more stupid can they get, they're taking that as a challenge.
No, you almost said stupider, and you're right, because stupider is generally not a word, but for these people it works.
do you know what?
So-
In my whole life, I have come across people who lack the intelligence. Okay, and I'm going to be very, very sarcastic now. And I'm fully aware that sometimes when people conceive, and 9 months later, a little flop comes out and he goes, right? Unfortunately, when it comes to these type of individuals, like the Crampons and like Lufmans and like all these individuals, the best part of them ended up on the chin of the lady or on her back, or when she farted and it just ran down the back of her fucking leg. Because I have never come across a group of people sharing one brain cell. Who in their right mind, especially when they have got a spotlight on them, who in their right mind would log into a freaking ongoing case where they are involved in another case, and then sit there and then impersonate a creditor when they've got nothing to do with that case whatsoever? It is absolutely freaking hilarious.
Venom just said that that he said when he walked in that she showed him the video. Venom just made a comment about that.
Yeah, they said it.
Yeah.
Robbie
I
said.
couldn't remember everything that he said. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
remember everything he said.
Yeah, because he actually said on the stream, because someone actually perfectly took a clip of before and after and actual what they said. And I look, I don't want to be rude to people in the South, or people who live in the in the old bushes there, or like
Oh no, we
cover up
don't. We in the South don't claim Florida. Nothing against Florida. If you
with,
live there, no problem at all, folks.
yeah.
It's just that people in the South really don't think of Florida as being Southern.
Well,
No.
I'm starting to think that those lizards have more brains than there's humans there. I'm telling you that it's. I mean, who in their right? Who? Like, how many people?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Who,
do that.
how many people? Like, there's 170. There's 187 people in this chat, and I want to do an experiment now. I want every single one of you to fucking be honest. Press 1 if you would do the same thing that the crampon did, or press 2 if you didn't. If you wouldn't do that, if you're not involved in it. Let's see. Let's experiment. Let's go for it.
If I recorded it, I sure as heck wouldn't go online and tell you about it. That's like that little boy that, he's sitting over in the corner and he's laughing, and his mama says, "What are you laughing at?" And he says, "Well, I pooped in my pants 3 hours ago and nobody's found out about it yet." Well, you're the dummy that sat there with poop in your pants. That's stupid.
Okay, I just have to address AT1's comment here. Not saying they are stupid, but I can name dozens of AOs and ABEs who are demonstrably smarter. AT1, have I ever told you, Mr. Squid, I preface this with Mr. Squid has a bachelor's degree in aeronautical engineering. With that being said, he was an AO.
I mean, like, you could have as many qualifications as you want, because we all know in the military you have an open book test. Let's be fucking honest about that, right? I mean, you know as well as I do, Squid, that 90% of the tests we do in the military are open book tests.
Not our rating exams.
Well, yeah, but that's when it comes to your actual, your
Navy's
MOS.
weird like that. We have rating exams to get promotions.
But can you imagine, like, oh my God, how stupid. Do you know what? A freaking cockroach has got more intelligence than some of these people.
Florida is a suburb of New York City.
And the fact that you had freaking Mr. Magoo in there making statements, comments. Do you know what? I really do think that he needs to be sectioned.
So what's the latest with his drama? Because I've heard people mention his name recently, but y'all, you in the chat, if you do not know, I don't have the mental bandwidth to pay attention to people who don't matter. I just use it as entertainment value when I'm talking to my friends. Ergo, my friends.
Okay, right. Here's the story. My pretty and I, the Beauty and the Beast, right? We were discussing a certain thing, and I found a video, funny enough, on Idiot's own YouTube channel. And it was basically him in 2013 or whenever he was trying to become he was a presidential candidate for that in Jersey. Now, the person he approached, for me, that person looked like a lady, with fairly large boobage. And when he approached her, he richly like shaking hand, and multiple times he touched the chest. All right, that's an appropriate touching. Now, at no time did I ever mention actual assault or anything like that. Right, my pretty's here to vouch to witness that. All right, and I went, like the guy is towering over this individual, right, who did look like a lady. And then next, he's making this big hoo-ha, germ this, and apparently we do collaborations with Jeremy. By the way, Jeremy, if you're listening, I would like, for payment each month, I would like 2 crates of Dr. Pepper, 1 carton of cigarettes, and at least 30 gallons of coffee. Thank you. So he's going on that we're accusing him of actual assault, which is not the fact. The second thing is there's a news article. This is a news channel playing this article. And because he wanted that, like, look at me, I'm big, I'm doing the president candidate, right? What he didn't realize is that people like me can see certain things. And he was richly touching the person's chest, male or female. That's inappropriate touching.
Yeah.
Right. And we discussed that. And, let's be honest. I mean, hey, Mr. Magoo, you've done 2 years or 4 years in federal prison for a federal offense that, for, conspiracy and everything else, and also the fact that you lost your license, and and how many court cases. And in one court case in 2018, right, he got a psychological evaluation done on him. Oh dear. And he's also got a restraining order from the DA in New York. Oh
Spawn,
dear. Yes.
Venom has something to say to you. Didn't you hear holiday pay has been delayed?
Oh, that's it. Fuck it. I'm going on strike. That's it. I'm on strike. I'm not talking about this case anymore until I fucking get my payment.
Show us the money.
Show us the money. No, but
Where's
seriously.
Juan?
So, I mean, like, the thing is, exactly the same thing happened with Deuce Foreskin. When I challenged him, right, he made a comment and then
Did you
deleted
challenge
it.
him to trial by combat?
I would look. Do you know what? If I lived in the States, I would happily oblige. Just for the guilt, just for the views. I mean, pay-per-view, I would make millions.
Oh,
Can I sell
yeah.
tickets? Can I have exclusive streaming rights?
Yes, you could.
I'm marketing it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to promote it. You stream it. I'll promote it.
We would make millions. And okay, the problem is it would only last 13 seconds because it would take 10 seconds for me to stand up with all the armor.
It's better than Jake Paul turning into a hamster.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, 13 seconds would probably make us a couple 100,000. We could take that money and then put 90% towards all the veteran charities or homeless charities and stuff like that, and the rest would just go and have a meal in a steakhouse or something like that.
To all those people who would ever call me a grifter, it'd be like, well, yep.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, seriously, the guy is an absolute idiot. And if you look at the 3 people who Bruce Matskin brought in, if you go back to the old What the Hell's Fake group and you look for posts, you will see that when you bring people to the surface and put them under the spotlight, they will try anything and everything to try to discredit you. But when you actually bring facts up from their own behavior and what they've done in the past and in present, right, they suddenly go, oh, and then they start trying to they're like snakes in the grass. They try to slither away into the bushes.
Well,
But
here's my question.
Go for
and
it.
I'm just curious. This is purely out of curiosity.
23.
I have literally talked about every single one of those motherfuckers.
Yep.
I get sent screenshots of all the time of this person said this or this person said this about you guys. Not one of them fuckers have ever talked about me. The only 3 people who have talked about me are Bubble Brain or Beelzebubbles.
Yep.
Fleabag, aka Thunder Cunt.
Yep.
Excuse my language, guys. I curse. I'm a sailor. And
Stop
fucking the person who is neighbors, who lives in the same neighborhood, is one of my friends.
Captain Good. Hi. Here's the thing. You've been mentioned a few times by most of them, right? I've been mentioned a few times by most of them because I've hit a nerve, and I like doing that because when you hit a nerve, they react, and they react without thinking, and that's when you catch them out in their BS. But when it comes to Life Jacket Lips, when it comes to Skeletor, and when it comes to Mr. Magoo, right, they're provocateurs. That's why Deuce Boy brought them in, because they are provocateurs. That's all they do. They will provoke people. They're trying to deflect from the actual thing, right? So if you try to separate that, right, you've got 3 people who are provocateurs. You've then got another half a dozen people who are grifting and using 2 other people for the grift. That's the Crampons and co. Then you've got the group. Then you've got Lynette and John Cook, who are, I think God was pissed when they were created, but hey, who knows? So, but then you've got and then if you look at it, it's like watching fucking a circus implode.
Well, the three people have talked about me, but have anybody else? Well, besides the
what you mean, Mr. Dobby and co?
Besides the Milltown's Worst, Fleabag, and Beelzebubbles, have any and the drama king on the What the Hale side,
Magoo.
Yeah, but
Magoo's-
no, nobody else has.
Okay.
No, Magoo has.
I've talked about all of them, and none of them have talked about me yet.
No. Magoo has, because like your name and my name and Rattus and everyone else were in
Oh,
this
that's
freaking file.
That's true. Okay, yeah. So he has. He's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
JK Film says, "Can we get an AI meme for the thunder thing?" So if the thunder see you next Tuesday has been my word for like 5 years now. I've used that. Somebody called me that back in like 2009, and I kind of like I hated the word back then, and then I started calling people that. My phone autocorrects to Cuntosaurus Rex.
Oh no. Do you know? I have to say, so I have to make a statement now. As one thing
So
I have
if
to say.
if you've heard anybody else say that, mainly a Fleabag, she stole it from me.
Right. Just for the record, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks, Wookiees, members of the jury. Just for the record, see you next Tuesdays. Right. I think that it's unfair, right, that their name is taken in vain, because, like, there are some really good see you next Tuesdays out there who deserve. It's like, there's an old saying here in the UK, and I apologize for this language. Right. It's like, pricks like me make cunts like you stand to attention. Or sorry, it's cunts like me that make pricks like you stand to attention. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the day, right, when you've got people who are not scared of actually confronting lies or confronting dishonesty, right, they're always going to be dragged down. They're always going to be attacked, right? They're always going to be ridiculed and, defamed, or whatever you guys like to use those labels over there, defame, slander, whatever. Right. However, here's one thing you need to remember. When you've got people who are not scared of putting up factual proof with the statement, right, and instead just sitting on their platform flapping their gums like, like an oxygen thief, like a lot of people do. Why is it that when Squid, for example, when she does her stream, she's always got factual proof in front of her? She's always showing factual proof. When I do my streams, I show factual proof. When Tug or Megan or Jeremy or anyone else when they make statements, they've got factual proof. They show the proof. There's no need for Jeremy to turn around and show you handwritten stuff that he's wrote down in courts. He doesn't have to do that. But that is factual proof. Why is it that the people who don't put up factual proof and verify their statements of the fact with factual proof, why do people believe what comes out of their fucking mouth? And I have from day one, when I went toe to toe with freaking Deuce Boy and his keel nose, right, all the way until present day, I've always shown factual proof, evidence, and the factual statements to it. And these people still press people's buttons. People still fall for it. And that's why they're still doing it. Because to be honest with you, right, they're not getting paid for it. Where's the money coming from? Where's the money coming from? Because, like, let's be honest, Mr. Skeletor, hello, you guys, right? He will only do stuff if he gets paid. He's made that statement last year. He said, I want $10,000 to make a statement, or I want this and this amount. Right, to write a story, right? Luthman, Mr. Like there's a cartoon character, Edna Fudge or Elmer Fudge, right, aka Mr. Magoo, right? The guy thinks he's a mobster. He thinks he's Al Capone. He thinks he's like whatever. But I tell you one thing: listen, if you want to be respected, step in a ring, right? Contact the U.S. Medieval MMA club, get in a ring with one of them, right? And if you win a round, then I will respect what you say. Other than that, shut up and get back in that plastic room you come from. And freaking what do you call it? Life jacket lips. For her, it's just about attention. OnlyFans, everything else. And the thing is, like, you want to confront Megan Fox, debate. Within 10 seconds of you being in that debate, you're going to flip, you're going to go off on a tangent, and you won't stop talking unless someone walks over with a pin and pops you, or someone turns off your computer. there won't be any debate. And this is the reason why these people, you can't debate these people, because they will just try to over talk you, and you'll never get a word in sideways, because that's how they control the narrative. And this was the BBC News. I'm joking. That's
because they let their hatred of Jeremy blind them to the truth. It's almost like a microcosm of society where people let a certain hatred of one man blind them to facts.
Yeah. I have tried to stay unbiased with a lot, but the thing is, when people are personally attacked like you did last year, and I went from one live stream straight in here, and I went, send me that fucking link right now. And I came in here on that night when Deuce Boy was what Deuce Boy did, and I turned and I said point blank, he needs to wind his neck in. Right, that was the night when I turned around and I went, enough's enough. I think people, public information. Yeah, I mean, he got fired from his last job before he started his own business. So let's be realistic about this, people. If you're not willing to do the research, don't challenge the people who are doing the research. If you're not going to read through it from the beginning to the end and just halfway through just come up with some sort of opinion, okay, then you wonder why people go, yeah, whatever.
So I gotta get going in about 5 minutes.
All right.
But we need to address these member chats. Long enough for a baby. Thanks for being a member for 9 months. Merry Christmas.
She's pregnant. 9 months.
And Dan Davis, thanks for the $5 super chat. I just got done wrapping my last Christmas present. It was a big piece of chicken for someone that lives in the village.
Oh, snap.
You'd be gnawing your arm off for that now.
Hey, do me a favor before you send it, right? Just go and get yourself minced sauce and cover it in minced sauce.
And Roy, thanks for being a member for 15 months. 15 time has sure flown by. Time flies when you're having fun. I if that's what you want to call this.
Well, did Roy tell you the good news, by the way?
Yes, he did. Did Roy tell the chat the good news? Because I haven't said anything.
Yeah, Roy, have you told the chat good news?
I was waiting for Roy to tell the chat before because I'm not going to be that kind of person. Do you know how many months that I had to freaking keep my mouth shut about freaking Hung Hero and the damn ring he bought before he proposed to Mrs. Hung Hero? I'm like, Jesus, Pete, man, like, if you tell me something, you got to tell the chat soon, because I can keep a secret, but
that was taking it too far.
Yeah.
And hang on a minute. Remember for 8 months, you need a can of spinach behind you for attack.
Hang on a minute. Wait, he got a new ring and you lost yours. I'm joking.
Mr. Hung Hero.
Roy says, spill it.
This is a person of negotiable affections, rhymes with garden implementation for attention.
Roy says, spill it.
Spill it, Squid. No. Roy says, I told you to spill it. Well, I don't remember you telling me to spill it, but whatever. So, hold on. You're gonna help me spill some information. So, Mrs. Roy Lunsinger is officially Merry Christmas, had her final chemo appointment, and is officially a cancer survivor and in remission.
Yes.
Say woohoo!
Woohoo!
That's amazing. That's such
fantastic
a wonderful
news.
Christmas gift.
And
we're so happy.
There's
so
one thing
happy.
I do want to say on top of that. Anyone who knows Eric, the old urban Navy guy who Snowflower and other people of the community helped. He was a bit poorly and was admitted to hospital, but he's okay. And he's on the mend, but I just thought I'd mention that as well. And, I just want to send my regards and everything else to everyone and wish you everyone a Merry Christmas. And do me one favor before we go into the final thoughts. Please, 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 if you're going to drink, get yourself a designated driver or use an Uber or stay at home and have a drink. Please do not drink and drive. And put your Second Amendment away and in a safe spot, please.
You want to say Merry Christmas?
Merry
enough.
Christmas to you, Dean.
Uh,
Final thoughts? Sorry.
so final thoughts. There we go. Sorry, I had to find my 3 people final thoughts. Otherwise, it goes me, and it gets weird. So,
Ladies
final
first.
thoughts. Do you have final thoughts, baby girl?
Baby.
Yeah, well, everything's a baby around here. Baby. This,
Mommy.
we have to see how this bankruptcy
Mama.
plays out. As of now, there have been no actual like official documents of whatever the creditors meetings have come up with. I'm interested to see where it goes or if it goes anywhere. Hopefully the judge will dismiss it, but that will restart everything and get this ball rolling once and for all. Secondly, just because I criticize a filing and or a person does not mean I hate the person behind it. It's the document and the work, not the person. There's a difference. Thank you.
That bless her cut the socks. No hitting mummy. No hitting
She's
mummy.
got lotion on her hands.
Oh right,
She's
okay.
putting lotion all over my face.
She's making her beautiful.
Yeah, that's what it is. And Merry Christmas to everybody, or Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you choose or not choose to celebrate. Spend time with your families. Remember, tomorrow isn't promised, so hold your little ones close. And even if they're not little, hold them close anyway. And since we are not going over to my in-laws' house tomorrow because I am sick and not wanting to get my pregnant sister-in-law sick, we are I will probably be doing a stream tomorrow of what I'm not really sure. Probably just a chill stream. And my little one's Nutella, so my pretty.
Well, my final thoughts are just real simple. Guys, enjoy yourselves this season, this holiday season. Have a Merry Christmas. I'll be with my kids tomorrow, so I cannot wait to spend all day with them. Make all the memories that you can. Take plenty of pictures so that they have something to look back on in years to come. And to you and Spawn both, I wish you both a Merry Christmas. I'm so excited and so jealous that you have a little one, that you get to do Santa Claus. I miss those days so much. Those are just precious moments. And so I'm anxious to see what Santa brings her. She'll have to tell me all about it.
It's not what Santa brings her, it's what we get to donate starting in the new year. Because with everything that comes into this house, something has to get donated to somebody who is less less fortunate than us.
We did the same thing with our kids. Before Christmas, they would go through and they would, like clear things out, and we would take them and drop them off. We have it's not a homeless shelter, but it's a place for abused women. It's like a woman's shelter that she can go with her family, and they can stay there for months and months and months if they need to. And we would always take those toys and take them there so that there was new toys for the kids to play with.
And side note, I am going to self-grift. If you have not checked out my new channel, I need to edit my short. It is Movement Minute Tuesday. I do have to go to work in a little while.
Can I do my final thoughts and then?
Yes, and then, but I always let Spawn have the final word because then he can yeet us out of here.
Yes. Thank you very much, my darling. I really appreciate it. I really do. And to you and your other, and to Squid, and to Mr. Squid, and to Baby Squid, I wish you guys the most merriest Christmas. And I really hope that you have a fantastic time. And to everyone, Roy, Jeffrey Montgomery, Gail, Heidi, Joseph, and everyone in stream, I wish you the merriest Christmas. And like I said, please don't drink and drive, and do try to have a fantastic time. Like I said yesterday and before, tomorrow, I'm going to open my door open. It's going to be open up for everybody, and I'm going to stay live as long as I possibly can. And tomorrow evening, I'm going to read a couple of stories. So if you've got any stories you want me to read, I will do so. But I'm going to open my door open for those who don't have friends and family, who just want to come and sit and chill out, and that's you know, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I think Squid, you're going live as well tomorrow, aren't you?
I am probably around my normal time, 2-ish.
Okay. All right.
We'll see how it goes. I do have us set up to redirect over to Captain Kern. He doesn't start till 5:00 Eastern, so about 50 minutes. However, give him a like, leave a comment, help him out for the algorithm. He deserves the best Christmas, because he is an awesome person and deserves all the best things in the world.
Absolutely.
So,
and just to say this, come in, relax, find your seat, chill out, take your shoes off, and just chill out and enjoy yourselves, because I'm going to leave it open for quite a while. I don't care about people going, oh bloody hell, they stream for 7 hours. We're gonna have a nice Christmas Eve together. Okay. Everyone's invited. And yeah, there you go. And on that note, again, thank you so much for having me, Squid, even though I'm a pain in the ass.
No, you do what you have to do. And my pretty has a channel too. I will put her links in the
she does. Hang on a minute, let me get it for you.
I usually put them in the thing in the description of the video, but for some reason I was an epic failure today and I didn't do it. So I am doing it now.
Ha, beat you. Oh no, wait, Hyde'll beat me.
Well, they will be, I'm putting them in the description of the video, so even on Replay Crew, you can see. Also, Dose Reality, I got a notification, has a new video out, so go and check that out too.
Yeah. And one just for the record, Roy Lozinger, Roy, in the fucking heart, mate. That was right in the heart with that comment, aka Spawn Flea Stream.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Roy put in there. He said, like, when I was saying it's going to be a long stream, he put in there, aka Spawn Flea Stream. And maybe tomorrow I probably might do a little bit of a supermarket and just show you how lazy Squid really is when she's on that counter, on that till, letting people run out. I mean, I've got Rattus, I've got Squid, and I've got freaking JK. Right, I've got one of them doing security. I think I've got two of them doing security, and then I've got Squid as my cashier. And trust me, it's just absolutely fucking nightmare.
Hey,
what? I've got $51,000 to repay after a loan I had to take out. So don't start on me.
I didn't do it. It's not my fault you put me in the.
Yeah, but
what she said.
Yeah, easy, Tiger. I mean, yeah, but I'm definitely gonna do a couple of hours of the game, and then we'll go into and have a little chat, and I'll be paying a lot of attention to chat. So come and join us. Yeah. So you're gonna have a couple of streams. You're gonna have Squid Pro Quo, mine will be open for quite a while, and then you've got Captain Kern. Hello, you Canadian git. And Joseph, my brother. Merry Christmas to you, fella. All right. And on that note, how do you want it? French, German?
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the BBC World Service.
No, everything but that. Roy brings up a really good point. Why would you put the one who had brain surgery on a pill?
Actually, in fact, that is a bloody good point. Oh, we lost my pretty. Wrong button. She licked the screen.
I lost Doses. Hold on. Doses. I have it. I just got to get it.
Just licked the screen. He does that all the time.
Well, she usually leaves like as soon as we hit the done button, and the fact that I stopped, because I couldn't help but this one. Like, he's got a point. Although I do the budgeting and the bill pay in my house. So,
Anyway, right, you ready?
all right.
And I won't add the BBC, but we'll definitely touch base on that because you can have. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, have a Merry Christmas. On that note, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.